In this video, we're going to talk about one change you can make to your cold outreach messaging that'll improve your positive response rates by as much as 68%. My name is Tate Morgan. I run a company called the Advantage X Group. We have a couple of agencies across the e-commerce and home services lead generation space. We get a lot of our business through cold outreach, and we service all of our clients with digital marketing. It's my goal to help you understand both of those worlds. Now, in the last couple of years, there's been a lot of talk in the cold outreach space about your offer, about how the offer is the single biggest lever you can pull to affect your cold outreach messaging and success. And now that's absolutely true. Your offer is remarkably important, but there is still a huge piece of the puzzle that so many of you are getting wrong. When we talk about offer creation, the thing that so many salespeople miss is that when you sell or you prospect, you have to be pitching your prospect's benefit instead of your own benefit. What do I mean by that? When you're prospecting, you're reaching out to very specific types of people. Generally speaking, your prospecting list is going to come from one specific niche or one specific type of business that's going to have a very distinct goal for that industry. When you reach out to a specific industry, you have to understand what the goals are of the business owners, the managers, the marketers in that industry. One of the biggest mistakes I see salespeople make is they go into a cold outreach session and they say, I'm going to pitch people on getting more clients. I'm going to pitch people on getting more customers. I'm going to pitch people on increasing their revenue. And now, yes, everyone wants to do those things, but not everyone calls them the same thing. And when you don't speak your prospect's language, you immediately prove that you aren't the best fit to solve their problems. So how do we put ourselves in a position to better speak to our prospects, to better tailor our offers to the things we know our prospects want to accomplish? It's real simple. It's a really common business phrase. Most of you already know it. We're talking about KPIs, key performance indicators. When you think about what a prospect wants out of the service you are providing, you have to think of how what you are providing plays into their KPIs. Now, every industry has different KPIs. A lot of them are going to be related to the number of clients, the number of sales. But like I said before, not every industry refers to these as the same thing. You would never go to a doctor's office and say, hey, we want to get you more clients. You would go to a doctor's office and say, hey, we want to get you more patients, right? You would never go to, for instance, a school that works specifically with actors and say, hey, we want to bring you more revenue. No, they want to sign more effective actors. They want to sign more actors to contracts. That's what their KPI is, not necessarily revenue. Of course, more signed contracts leads to more revenue, but when they look at what their goals are to sign more actors to contracts. So how do we figure out what KPIs our industries, the industries we are niched into, the industries we are reaching out to, how do we figure out what the KPIs are for that industry? There's a real simple answer. It's Google. I know you were probably expecting some kind of crazy secret, some kind of secret sauce. No, it's Google. Google it before you start cold calling, before you start cold emailing. Google it. This is going to make your offer significantly more effective. Let's jump over to Google and take a look at what we would search for to figure out the KPIs for the industries we're targeting. All right, so we've got our Google window pulled up here. I know this is going to shock you. I know this is more secret sauce that you were expecting. We are going to type into Google, what KPIs does my industry use, or what KPIs does my industry track? Let's do an example. What KPIs do lawyers track? Boom, you have an answer. This couldn't be any easier. Law firm KPIs you need to track: the average fee per client, number of lawyers per client, number of matters per client, active client, new client acquisitions, the average value of cases closed. So how would we use these things in our outreach to make our outreach more effective? When we look back at this, we see the number one KPI that's listed here in CapForge's law firm KPIs you need to track is the average fee per client. When you start your cold outreach, see if you can tailor your message towards one of those KPIs. When you do your outreach, See if you can't frame your offer as increasing the average fee that a lawyer gets per client. It's easy to have an offer that positions what you do as getting someone more clients. Hey, Mr. Lawyer, we do digital marketing that gets our lawyers more clients in 90 days. Sure, that's easy, but that doesn't speak their language. That doesn't resonate with what they want to accomplish. If one of the biggest KPIs they're looking to track is the revenue per client, the average fee per client, speak to that in your offer. Hey, Mr. Lawyer, we do digital marketing that not only brings more clients, it increases the average fee per client by building trust with your potential clients. That becomes more specific. It proves that you know a little bit about their industry and that you can tailor your offer to what they actually care about. It proves that you can accomplish what they are looking to accomplish. And it helps you build rapport because it proves you have an understanding of the problem they're experiencing and how you can solve it. So going back to Google, let's look at another example. What KPIs do construction companies track? If you're reaching out to construction companies, this should be a really easy one. 6 best construction KPIs for improving operational efficiency. The most common traditional construction KPIs are revenue, cost, and profit. They want revenue. They want to know what their costs are going to be, and they want to know what their profit's going to be. Position your offer as something that improves their revenue, decreases their costs, and increases their overall profit. One more example. What KPIs do cleaning companies track? The 5 KPI categories are quality of service, client satisfaction and responsiveness, their cleaning crew, how safe their cleaning crew is, and their financials. I really like client satisfaction and responsiveness. That's a really strong KPI that most marketers aren't going to think about when they do their cold outreach. So if we're looking at positioning an offer for cleaning companies, we could say, hey, Mr. Cleaning Company owner, we put marketing automation systems in place that not only improve your client satisfaction, but it also increases their responsiveness. We automatically follow up and ask for reviews. We automatically follow up and see how well the service was delivered. This proves, again, that you're speaking your prospect's language and that you know the problems that they are experiencing in their business and you can help effectively solve them. So I know this was a short video. It's a quick hitting tip that, again, in tests that we have run against emails that did not have offers tailored to specific KPIs, positive response rates improved as much as 68%. Try building in some of these KPIs into your cold outreach and see how well your prospects react.